All right, we're gonna try. I got this, I think. Hi, welcome back to NutriLab's Nutrition Lab. My name is Jay, where we make simple recipes with healthy ingredients. Today we're making edamame hummus with the mango salsa. One of the reasons I love this recipe is fresh, it tastes real clean, it's very healthy for you, the edamame itself. So for today's recipe, equipment that you're gonna need is a food processor, a blender, a chef's knife, a juicer, and to help dice the mango, we're gonna be using a food chopper today. The list of ingredients for today's recipe is going to be edamame, avocado, jalapeno, lime juice, garlic, and olive oil. For the mango salsa, we're going to have mango, red pepper, shallots, lime juice, salt, and pepper. So to begin, we'll take the edamame, put it in the blender here. Now, when dealing with jalapenos or any spicy pepper, you gotta be careful of getting it on your fingertips, and then you don't wanna go running to the bathroom or rubbing your eyes. It's not very pleasant at all. So wear a glove or two, just to have that safety precaution there. I don't want it to be really spicy, so I'm gonna take out the seeds and the vein. And that's where you're gonna find a lot of your spice in the jalapeno, any sort of pepper, Thai pepper, any sort of chili. That's where all the spice is gonna be, is in the vein. In the seeds. So if you just leave that out, it'll be a little bit less spicy for you. Give this a rough chop, throw that in the blender. And so with this avocado, I want to take the seed out. Be especially careful when you do this. There was a few incidents last year, a thing called avocado hand. And people were going to the emergency room because they ended up cutting their palm trying to get this seed out. Now, I've been taught to hit it with the knife and give it a little twist. The one thing with that is sometimes the seed itself can be a little slick, so your knife will slide off. And that's what happens is you hit it, and if you don't hit it straight on, people will end up going through and then cutting their hand and then getting the so-called avocado hand. So in order to prevent that, set it on the cutting board like this, and then hit on the cutting board with your knife, and then twist it. And that way it'll prevent your avocado hand, and it'll save you a trip to the ER. I'm gonna move the food processor closer in so you guys can see the magic that's gonna happen in there. So I have this avocado. I'm just gonna take the spoon, and I'm just gonna run down the inside here just to get that avocado out. And there you have it. Just gonna give this a quick chop before I put it in the food processor, right there. And this, I have a lime juicer, or a juicer in general. Just take a half a lime, stick it in. What's really nice is it has these big handles here for people that have a little trouble with the grip. Instead of just taking the lime and squeezing it by hand, tends to be a little bit easier actually. And we're just gonna put in 1 garlic clove. So I smashed the garlic clove to get the skin off. And then all I did was cut the little root end off here. Give this another quick little rough chop. And we'll turn it on. While this is going, we got this little spout here. We're gonna slowly drizzle in some olive oil and help kind of get that going. So the olive oil I added in just to kind of help pull everything together and to give it a little extra flavor with using extra virgin olive oil. And right now, you can see how the top has got all these little big chunks in it. I'm just gonna scrape the edges down, the sides, push it down to the middle, and so that way everything will get pureed and be the same size. So this is after 5 to 6 minutes later. It's all pureed, nice and smooth. We'll take this out, put it in a bowl, and then make the mango salsa. So this is the mango. If you've never had to cut one, it's a little different than your typical fruit. As you can see, it's a little more oval shaped than it is round like an apple or an orange. And so this has one main seed, and it actually runs the length of the mango like the oval itself. So it's not a circular seed. The best way to cut this is to cut on either side of the seed and then cut this little ring around it. So we'll go there. And that right there, you can see the beginning of the seed. And actually I can show you here, that is the seed right there. So you cut one side here, you cut the other side here, and then you can just kind of take this ring off out of the seed. So to get this peel off, you can either take a peeler and run it and peel it yourself, or what I like to do is cut it in half here, and then take my knife and just kind of run it along the bottom. And then you can do it one more time and get all this delicious mango flesh here. So we're going to utilize this food chopper. So what I've done is I've cut the mango into little slices like this, and that just makes it so it's easier to put into the food slicer or food chopper, and it's going to chop it for you. So you just put it on here like this. It's got this nice little large easy press handle. Just give it a quick press like that, and then you should see through the bottom here the little pieces coming out into nice uniform shapes. So what we'll do is we'll do the rest of these mangoes here. Just put them in on top, close it, and then we'll go do some more. When you first push it through, you might see that some of it, all of it doesn't go through. It's quite all right. The next time you put a piece of fruit in, it'll push it through. So we have this red pepper that we're going to give a quick slice to. This part right here, the vein in the bell peppers tend to be a little bitter, so I always remove that part. I don't want to use all this red pepper, so we'll put about half of it in, just to give it a little color. Take this shallot here. Now, shallot is a member of the onion family. It is a little bit less pungent than an onion. Think of it more as like a cousin between garlic and an onion. So it's real light on the onion flavor. It is a member of the garlic family also, but it's got a very mild onion flavor to it, so that's why I like using it. I don't want that stringent bite of a regular onion. So we're gonna do a small dice on this. Take some shallots here. We're gonna season with a little bit of olive oil. Do a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper, and then just a touch of lime juice. So here's your edamame hummus, the bright lime green. Got a little bit of this nice yellow mango and the bright red of the red pepper. I have some extra cilantro lying around. So this is the edamame hummus. It's great with pita chips, pita bread, fresh vegetables, celery, carrots, bell peppers, or on its own. So for today, we're gonna eat it with this red bell pepper that we didn't use. It's just a leftover. Again, I like to take out the white rib so it's less bitter. And then from here, you can either cut it into nice strips like this, or if you just kind of want to make it into like a scoop, just cut it in quarters like this. And now you have the ability to scoop it like this. So this is the edamame hummus with the mango salsa. Thanks for tuning in to Nick Pez Nutrition Lab. The recipe is down in the comments below. Please let me know what you guys think. Enjoy, and I'll see y'all next time.